A man walks into a bar and says, give me a beer. The bartender says, seems as though you've got a major stuttering problem. The man replies, no, kidding. The bartender says, I used to stutter, but my wife cured me. One afternoon, she gave me 3 times in a row, and I haven't stuttered since. The man says, that's great to know. A week later, the same man walks into the bar and says, give me a beer. The bartender says, why didn't you try what I told you? I did, said the man. It just didn't work. But I must say, you have a really nice apartment. In a mental institution, a nurse walks into a room and sees a patient acting like he's driving a car. The nurse asks him, Charlie, what are you doing? Charlie replies, driving to Chicago. The nurse wishes him a good trip and leaves the room. The next day, the nurse enters Charlie's room just as he stops driving his imaginary car and asks, well, Charlie, how you doing? Charlie says, I just got into Chicago. Great, replies the nurse. The nurse leaves Charlie's room and goes across the hall into Bob's room and finds Bob sitting on his bed furiously masturbating. Shocked, she asks, Bob, what are you doing? Bob says, I'm doing Charlie's wife while he's in Chicago. Little girl came running into the house, bawling her eyes out and cradling her hands. Mommy, quick, get me a glass of cider, she wailed. Why do you want a glass of cider? Asked her mom. I cut my hand on a thorn and I want the pain to go away. Confused but weary of the child's whining, the mother obliged and poured her a glass of cider. The little girl immediately dunked her hand in it. Ouch, it still hurts. This cider doesn't work, she whined. What are you talking about? Asked Mom. What made you think that cider would ease the pain? Well, I overheard my big sister that whenever she gets a prick in her hand, she can't wait to get it in cider. Man walks into a pharmacy, buys a condom, then walks out of the store laughing hysterically. The pharmacist thinks this is weird, but there are no laws preventing weird people from buying condoms. Who knows? Maybe it's a good thing. The next day, the same man comes back to the store, purchases yet another condom, and once again, he leaves the store laughing wildly. This piques the interest of the pharmacist. What could be so funny after buying a condom anyway? So he tells his clerk, if that guy ever comes back, I want you to follow him to see where he goes. Sure enough, the next day the same man is back. He buys the thing and again starts cracking up with laughter, then leaves. The pharmacist tells his clerk to go follow the guy. About an hour later, the clerk comes back to the store. Did you follow him? Where did he go? Asks the pharmacist. The clerk replies, your house.